We're going to start talking about how you work with multiplication in terms of matrices. So first we're going to talk about scalar multiplication. The product of a scalar k and a matrix x is the matrix kx, where each of the entries are obtained by multiplying k times the entries of x. So suppose I take the scalar -2 and I multiply that by the 3 by 2 matrix that has a first row of 1 and 12, a second row of -2, 10, and a third row of 0, -4. To do the scalar multiplication, I need to multiply that -2 times each one of the entries. So for instance, when I talk about -2 times 1, that gives me -2. -2 times 12 gives me -24, and so on. So I go all the way through the matrix. So suppose the sale at the convenience stores I was talking about increased by 100% during week 3. What are those week 3 sales? So the week 2 sales that we saw in the previous section were a 4 by 3 matrix with 66, 110, and 50 in the first row, 48, 72, 50 in the second row, 9, 31 in the third row, and 100, 33, 48 in the fourth row. To get the week 3 sales, we need to multiply that matrix by the scalar 2. So I have to take 2 times each one of those entries in that 4 by 3 matrix. When I do that, my first row becomes 132, 220, and 100, 96, 144, 100, 18, 62, 266, 96. What you'll notice is from the original matrix, when I multiplied by 2, it doubled all of the entries in here. So once we see what all the entries become, then it's just a matter of matching up our rows with the bread, the milk, the peanut butter, the cold cuts, the columns with each of the different 3 convenience stores, and then we can read off any of the information we need to know. For instance, that in week 3 there were 60 jars of peanut butter sold at convenience store 2.